Gao, gao, gao! Dabba do! Hi everyone! Welcome back to Maitetsu Mondays! Now, because of a little kerfluffle last time, I won't be able to stream it, but I'm hoping I can still play on my own and upload it every Monday. So last time, we were introduced to Hibiki, our stepsister, and how she's beginning to grow up and have a different sort of dialect. And we are in this small little town who is currently suffering economically from a lack of income. And Hibiki wants to have a new factory installed for locomotive parts, whereas the protagonist doesn't want any of this because he wants the town to revive on its own. So let's get started, and hopefully there won't be any more skips. Let me just skip forward a little until I find where we were, and this is a good recap anyway. So he was in a train accident when he was a child, and his sister passed away when she was also a child. And this is his stepsister Hibiki. And now he's moved back home in order to support his town. And that's his older stepsister, Makura. Alright, I think this is where I stopped last time. Alright. There are books in front of me. Mountains and mountains of books, actually. All of which would have to be cleaned up before I could give myself a little walking around space. Have you ever had that? Have you ever had just too many books in your room and you have no floor space? I hope it doesn't come to that. You should at least invest in a good bookcase. Also, I just want to appreciate the amazing, absolutely spectacular production values of Maitetsu. All of the characters have live 2D animation, meaning they all blink, they all breathe, their hair moves with them, multiple outfits and multiple hairstyles. It is a very, very high budget title. Oh, and I forgot, the protagonist actually has a voice. I completely forgot he has a voice, it's so rare. Oh no. I'll help with the books. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to carry any of them, but I'd like to help. That's a bit of a jab in the ribs. I'm sure she's matured. After all, she's thinking about the town and how she already wants to revive it. Physically, you've grown up. You don't really look like it. You look a little childish in certain areas. Not that I'm one to talk. She mumbles something about wanting to show off how much she's grown up. Although, to be honest, no matter how hard she tries, she's still the same after all these years. Still, she tirelessly works, moving one thing after another. She takes the cardboard boxes I hand her and neatly stacks them up in the hallway. Yosh, これで。どうやら畳が見えるようになったな。ですね。なら次はこの飾りダンス。それから押し入れです。開けて不要品をどかせば本をしまえるようになります。I just love how laid back and peaceful this vibe is. よし。ならばまずは。Oh. 何してるんですか、兄さん。Dust and cobwebs, probably. A dust cloud envelops us, although calling it a dust cloud may actually be an understatement here. The dust must have hardened over time and created something of a surface. That surface then flowed over the display cupboard and swallowed Hibiki and me. I don't think dust can harden. Not like that, at least.
これはたまらん。
We'll go open a window.
畑です。畑を使ってひとまず埃を散らしましょう。
Hibiki's fidgeting about. I can tell she's starting to move wildly to get some air circulation in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
響と
Beautiful is the only word I can think of to describe what I'm seeing. Hachidoku! There she is. Although she's not activated at the moment, so she's just like a doll.
どぎゃーすってレイジの部屋にお人形なんて。
A shaking voice on the verge of tears. I managed to remember what I was supposed to be doing.
響無事か？怪我はないか？
I grab her arms with both of my hands and look at her. It doesn't seem she's hurt herself. What about Hachidoku? Should be concerned with her.
そんな無事です。怪我はありません。
なら何よりだ。
Now that I know she's fine, my focus turns to something else. Uh-oh. I may have to skip over this scene if it is what I think it is. I'm not sure how censored this is. I let go of Hibiki and pick up the broom and dustpan.
響は少し離れていろ。なに、割れ物の処理になら慣れている。
そうなんですか。兄さん、割っちゃダメじゃないですか。
I'm not the one who broke it. Maybe I'm not being clear enough. She thinks all I do is make one mistake after the next at my alcohol wholesaler job.
いや、僕ではない。無論父でも。仕事ではなく、大学で。
芸大で？
粗骨者の友人がいるのだ。粗骨ですぐに物を壊すが、驚くほどに賢い。
それはそうなのでは。
I don't care about the university. Focus on Hachidoku.
勉強うんぬんという話ではない。1を聞いて100を知るというか。うん。これでどうだ？
Let me bookmark very quick.
わ、本当に手早いですね。見事です。わ、
確かに見事だ。
Aside from all of the broken glass, there's nothing to interfere with my field of view.
まるで生きているような人形だな。成功で見入られそうに美しい。
兄さん、人形に興味があるんですか？
I sure am. I love dolls. I love to collect dolls. I'm not talking about the expensive ball joint dolls, although I like those too, but they're prohibitively expensive. Just like normal children's dolls. I like to collect those. I like to go to my local antique shop that's bear friendly, and I like to get some dolls there. Very reasonable. And it always brings me so much joy to give them a new home.
昔は双子だったからな。興味もいつしか共有するようになってしまった。
Oh, that's true. He didn't just have a sister, he had a twin sister. So he does like dolls too.
しかし見事だ。これほどの人形は見たことが。
兄さん？
I've seen something similar in the past, or at least I think so. Where was that?
って何か握り込んでいるな。
本当ですね。これは鍵？
どれ？
I opened the tiny hand. Inside is something that gives off a dull golden shimmer. Is that like her activation key?
確かに鍵だ。ゼンマイ鍵のようだが。
ほうたら、この子動くとゼンマイ人魚とや。
ならば鍵穴があるはずだ。
Oh, okay. So this is the censored version, which is a bit sad because I deliberately went out of my way to purchase the adult content for this game, but I guess Luz wanted to have it still censored for Western audiences, which really burns my bread, as it were. I don't think it needs to be censored. but just for the purposes of the stream, I'm glad that I don't have to cover anything up. The moment I undress the doll, Hibiki lets out a weird scream.
そこまで驚くようなことか。ああ、確かに乳首のついた人形は珍しいかもしれんな。
It's actually not that unusual on ball-jointed dolls. You see them, they're painted, but they're not sculpted.
いえ、そこではなく。
Also, I think it's funny how they deliberately mentioned that, and yet nothing is shown here. Nothing is shown. Again, censorship. Horrible idea. Don't do it. I know this is the Steam version, but I bought the adult version. I want to see the adult parts.
ならばこれか。こちらも変わった首飾りだが。
Maybe that's like her operating disc.
ならばこれか。
乳首も首飾りも同列ですか。そうではなく、部分で部分の話ではなく、
何を謝る？
人魚があまりに精巧なので、その兄さんがいかがわしい感じに。
Hey, hey, this is a lolly-friendly game.
なるほど。寝入っている女性の服をはだけているなら、いかがわしいにも程がある。が、
It's funny because that's exactly what he's doing. I keep going and remove the doll's pants. Hibiki doesn't say anything this time. The front and then the back. I scrutinize the doll, but I can't find the keyhole anywhere.
人形は人形、物は物だ。どれほど人に似せていようと、人とは異なる。
はい、それは分かっているのですが。
人形に思い入れるものだな。
Yeah,
女の子というのは。
I love dolls. Michiko, my sister, was the same way. Whenever I was a little rough with her dolls, she would get mad, to the point of almost crying. You have to treat them carefully. They're very delicate. Even the ones made of plastic.
しかしどこにも穴がないな。いや、そうか。もしかしてこの下。
I can think of a few places where there would be holes in this doll. The moment I reach for his underwear, Hibiki screams again, much louder than last time. Oh, is this a Chobits thing? Is it gonna be like Chobits? You have to flip the activation switch? My ears ring for a second. Hibiki grabs the doll away from me.
いけばいいそこば見るならうちが見たい。
Yeah, Hibiki, protect Hachidoku's honor.
そうか。
Well, if Hibiki insists, I'll just let her do it.
なら頼む。くれぐれも穴を見落とさんようにな。
I don't think she would miss any. Being a girl, she would know everything that's down there anatomically.
そぎゃ真顔で穴やら言わんと。
I start gathering the clothes I took off, and in the next instant, Hibiki stops and looks at me.
ポケット？何か？兄さん、これじゃないですか？
懐中時計か。なるほど。でかしたぞ、響き。
In the chest pocket of the doll's coat is a small pocket watch. I insert the spring key into the hole and...
はまるな。
This dialogue
これは
might break
壊
it.
してしまいそうだ。
You have to treat small holes very carefully.
やけん、そぎゃこつ言わんと。
よし、回った。いける。
何がいけるのでございましょうか。
Well, she's so pretty and she's really mad at us.
それでも日の元男児ですか。恥じ入りなさい。
Yeah, it wasn't on purpose.
おお、すごいな。
We thought you were non-sentient. We didn't know you had consciousness. Nice.
のっと、転ぶぞ。
あなたが平手打ちをかわさなければ。
I catch her tiny body and I'm extremely surprised.
響きすごいぞ。この人形、体温があるし、震えてまでいる。
兄 怒っとうから
なんと泣きまでするのか。
She's clearly alive at this point. Large, hot droplets fall into my hand, and the doll shakes its head widely.
泣いてなどおりませぬ。これは単なる蒸気排水です。
Of course, it's just steam exhaust.
蒸気排水。
Breaking down those words individually, maybe it means exhaust that takes the form of steam or something? But this doll sorts its energy as a spring.
どういうことだ。
それをお聞きしたいのはこちらです。一体これはどういうことなのですか。
This is no exhaust. Those are, without a doubt, tears. This doll is crying.
乙女の服を勝手に流し、人形だなんだと苦労して、おまけにその怒りまでをかわして笑い。
すまん。大きな誤解をしていた。
I bow down apologetically, extremely apologetically.
ものにも2種類があることを僕は確かに知っている。お前にはナビと同様。
そのナビ様がどこのどなたかは存じませぬが、私に知性があることは確かです。
So she is AI.
ならばお前は意志を持ち誇りを持つものだ。そうして僕は愚かにもそれを傷つけた。
Well, at least he's earnest. Navi would continuously deny it, but Navi has its own will and pride too. I feel that I've been saved by that. You can't deny that things could have their own will and pride just like we do.
僕は自分が間違っていたことを全面的に謝罪する。もし可能ならやり直させてほしいとも願う。
やり直す。何をでしょうか。
最初から。そうだな。お前。君の怒りを僕がかわしてしまった過ち。
Maybe even further back when you first started to undress her.
そうですか。でしたら頬を下げてください。
Ah, she's gonna slap him. I lower my head just as she tells me to. Our eyes lock at close range. What's pretty isn't just its face. It has a powerful glow that only those with a will can have. If I recognized this from the beginning, I wouldn't have treated it as simply a doll. She did slap him. A large sound accompanied by an equally large sting. She holds her red hand. The thing with the will nods and giggles a little. Don't call her a thing.
奇妙な方ですね、あなたは。奇妙ですが、どうやら話は通じそうです。
She clears her throat a little. Hibiki creeps closer and places her lips to the thing's ears.
あなた、服、整え直した方がよくばい。さようですね。ご助言ありがとうございます。すみませんが、後ろを向いていていただけますか。
無論だ。
I'm reminded of how Michiko always fumbles with her change of clothes. It makes me assume that she is used to wearing clothes.
すみません。お待たせいたしました。
いや、待ったというほど。
似合う。綺麗。
Look how tiny she is. Itty bitty, itty bitty.
さようでしょうね。そのように私は作られておりますから。
Neatly dressed and a proper salute. I respond by imitating it, and Hibiki proceeds to imitate me.
私は蹄鉄8620系蒸気機関車トップナンバー8620号専用レールロード86と申します。レールロード？
響き。
I understand how Hibiki feels, but even if she may be a rail lord, the one in front of me, should be seen as Hachidoku and nothing else. That's right, you don't bring prejudices into meeting new people.
丁寧なご挨拶痛み入る。僕は相鉄。右田相鉄という学生。休学したての学生だ。
私は右田響。お人よの学園の学園生です。お人よ、右田。
She moves just like a human. Hachidoku places her short fingers to her mouth, deep in thought.
思い出しました。右田タイト様はどちらですか？おじい様は
Dead?
亡くなった。当の昔に。
そうでしたか。随分と長いこと私は眠ってしまっていたようですね。
She's so proper. She's so polite too. Her form of speech is very formal and polite.
86さんは
呼び捨てで結構ですよ、相鉄様。
ならばそうしよう。86はここ、右田タイトの部屋のその飾りダンスで、ガラスケースの中にしまわれていた。
ガラスケース。そうですか。
A cold, shivering smile. Surpassing intelligence. Surpassing emotions. I feel as if she is more human than any of us.
うまく思い出せませんが、私はタイト様のご期待を大きく裏切ってしまったようですね。
Oh no, don't tell me this is right after the train crash and she was put away because of that.
タイトさんの期待？
ええ。失礼ながらお伺いいたしますが、相鉄様はタイト様のご相続人でいらっしゃいますか？そうだい。
I wasn't sure how to answer, but Hibiki answered for me. I feel a bit happy to hear that, but in these cases you have to be proper and accurate.
僕も相続人の端くれではある。が、一番の相続人。右田家の現当主ということであれば、枕姉だ。
枕姉様でございますか？
うん。誠なる闇と書いて、枕と読む。
素敵なお名前。長いトンネルを思わせますね。
Do you like tunnels? I mean, you're sort of an anthropomorphic train, so maybe you would like tunnels. After saying that, Hachidoku gasps, as if she realizes something. She looks at me and then Hibiki.
いいえ、枕様はきっと枕木の枕ですね。相鉄様はその上に敷かれる相鉄、レール。
ほう。
そして響様はレールと列車との立てる響き。タイト様はお孫様たちに素敵なお名前を付けられましたね。
そうならよかったのだが、僕は。
私、ねえねえ呼んでくるばい。
Hibiki runs out to the brewery. I think she's trying to make an escape. Hibiki hates it when anyone talks about how I was adopted. I knew this, but I couldn't help but explain that to Hachidoku.
軽やかですね、響様の足音は。
だな。ああ見えて文武両道だ。その上、大層絵がうまい。
Martial arts? She's so tiny.
それは素敵です。
だろう。86もその美しさだ。少し慣れれば、きっと響が描きたがると思うぞ。
それはとても光栄に存じます。はいはい、なんね。
Behind her is Hibiki. She's hiding behind Makurane.
わやま、この子が。はじめまして、86さん。はじめまして、枕様。私のことはどうぞ86とお呼びください。ほんなら86ちゃんね。うちんことも枕でよかたい。お気持ちだけ頂戴します、枕様。そこは人と物との分とわきまえておりますので。わやま、これは随分と。そんで86ちゃんは何のご用と？はい。
Hachiroku's way of speaking is decorative, but always to the point. When you hear her talk, you can understand the main points right away.
ほんなら86ちゃんは身の振り方をうちに決めてほしかと？はい。 私はタイト様に買い取られたものですので、筆頭相続人たる枕様が今のオーナーであるかと。
そらちごとるね、八六ちゃん。
Hachidoku blinks in confusion.
でございますか。
じいさまの部屋とその所有物は全部そうちゃんが相続人だ。じゃっけん
Your current owner is me.
了解しました。相鉄様が私の現オーナーなのです。
そうらしいな。
If that's Makura-ne's decision, I have no right to object. Any order or duty she gives me, I have to do everything I can to fulfill it.
身の処し方と言っていたが、86に何か希望はあるのか？
希望ですか？私の。
I mean, you have free will of your own.
他の者の希望を聞いても仕方あるまい。知性があるなら、無論希望も湧くだろう。
それは。
She's hesitant. That's what it seems.
少し。しばらくお待ちください。そのようなこと、初めて問われました。
She slouches and there is dead silence. She soon raises her face and begins to open her lips.
あ
Ah.
ら？ねえねえ、あらとか言うたらかわいそうばい。
Oh no, is she dusty? Does she have dust or dirt on her? Hachidoku looks down and turns bright red.
ゼンマイでは足りんのか？
The spring not enough?
はい。
After asking her directly, she turns to me with a look of relief in her eyes.
あれは単なる非常動力ですので。
非常ではない動力源は？
蒸気です。ですから水と石炭をもしいただければ。
そうか、水なら。
にいに、私行くけ。
She tries to make up for causing the embarrassing scene. Hibiki expresses her feelings with actions as she runs off, only to return a short while
こ
later.
れ、お酒作りに使う上等な水だい。澄み切っていますね。頂戴します。
Hachidoku holds the tiny cup with both of her hands and starts gulping down the water. So she just drinks the water? Does that mean she eats the coal? Don't eat the coal! The cup is emptied instantly.
よっか飲みっぷりたい。今度飲み暮らせ。
真水でよければ喜んで。アルコールは異常燃焼の原因となってしまいますので。
まあ水ばうちがよう飲まん。
Cheerful smile. She wipes the spot that touched her lips with a handkerchief before returning the cup to Hibiki.
大変に上等なお水でした。お酒作りとおっしゃってましたが。ああ。
Hibiki diverts her eyes away. The cup in the water is used to brew Kuma Shochu. If you want to talk about the source of the Kuma River, it'll simply remind her of the exchange earlier.
水が満ちたなら、次は石炭だな。枕ね、この家に石炭は？
うちにも石炭ボイラーがあるにはあるばって。
ならば、近所に石炭を。
ないと思います、兄さん。ですが、ひょっとすると術戦道に。
You live in a town whose entire economics rely on trains. How hard is it to find some coal?
なるほど。あそこは配炭鉱だったな。
I suddenly remember my mistake from earlier. The intelligent being said she was a maiden. Then I should make sure to treat her accordingly.
そこへ案内したいのだが、86、僕はどのように君をエスコートすればいいか。
You want to be carried?
いえ、そこまでのことをしていただくわけには。
行くさ。僕は君のオーナーとなったのだからな。君を大切に扱う義務がある。
さようでございますか。それではお伺いいたしますが、相鉄様の利き腕は？
The left.
右だ。
でしたら、左手を私の椅子にしていただいてよろしいですか？
She does want to be carried.
なるほど。こうか。
はい、上等です。
I bend my left arm and take a lower stance in order to have Hachidoku sit on my arm. She's much heavier than she looks. I'm convinced she's a steam engine.
ならば行こう。
Stand up, and Hachidoku naturally leans on me. If I disperse her weight across my arm and chest, then she isn't all that heavy.
枕ね、響き。片付けの途中にすまんが、 ちょっと行ってくる。
はい、行って。
兄さん、そんな簡単に行くと言っても。
何、実際に簡単だ。
じゃけん、そんエアクラが。エアクラ。
どうしたハチロク。
Why are you
エア
yelling?
クラになぞ乗りません。エアクラは、あれは私たちの恩敵です。
Trains versus planes. Just ride it. It's not the same level of consciousness as you. All right. So, I think that was a good stopping point. We met Hachidoku, and we got to know her a little bit more. So, thank you very much for watching.
私、このような景色は初めてです。街がまるで積み木で作られているように
Turn
見
the
えます。
title. Yes. All right. So, this is a good stopping point. But thank you very much for watching so far. And we got to meet Hachidoku, and we got to have a misunderstanding and all sorts of conversation. I really hope she doesn't eat the coal, though. So, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!